Thursday saw the International Criminal Court issue arrest warrants for Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu and former Defense Minister Yoav Gallant over their prosecution of a humane and just counterattack against the genocidal butchers of Hamas. The warrants were interesting. They alleged that Netanyahu and Gallant are guilty of both the war crime of starvation as a weapon and then a series of unspecified, inhumane, and persecutory acts. And as any dedicated observer of the ICC knows, when it comes to Israel, the court's effort is to precisely inverse reality. So let's take a quick look, shall we? First of all, there is no starvation in Gaza. There is no famine in Gaza. The analysis by a USAID agency that predicted a famine in Gaza was rejected by no one other than the United Nations, hardly a friend of the Jewish state, on the grounds that it had wrongly discounted enormous amounts of aid coming both from the World Bank food program and the private sector. So that charge is quite simply fictitious on the evidence that we have available to us. As for the second and more serious charge of inhumane and persecutory acts, who is guilty of those in this situation? No one other than the political and military leadership of Gaza, which is to say Hamas, at this point a fully owned and fully paid up subsidiary of the Iranian regional hegemonic project. Why does it happen again and again and again and again that when it comes to these international institutions, reality is inverted in this way? Why does it happen again and again and again and again when it comes to these international institutions that the actual war crimes committed against Jews are ignored and discounted in favor of imaginary ones committed against the terrorists?
For more stories like these, be sure to subscribe to the New York Post right here on YouTube.